All right, let's go to Mr. Joe. I'm liking this topic, man. What do you got?
Oh man, all right. Uh, got through Mario and Rabbids about a week ago. Probably one of my favorite final boss fights in a long time. When it comes to RPGs, and the music in that game, Grant Kirkhope and his team, amazing. Davide Soliani and his everybody at Ubisoft Montreal. Shout outs to them. They did a great job with that game, but it got me thinking. Specifically, there is a world, I will not spoil it, but there is some amazing music in it, um and a fight that I wouldn't have expected. Got me thinking about soundtracks, and I wanted to know from you guys, what are some of your favorite video game soundtracks? um Patrick, you want to start off?
Sure. Before I give my answer, Bobby, have you gotten into that game yet? Me and you have talked about this a little bit. Rabbids.
I'm still like level 3.
Dude, I can't. I don't know what it is, man.
It's not for everyone. It is not
Well,
for
here's the
everyone.
thing. When I play it, I like it. It's
Yeah.
getting myself to sit down and play it is the problem. I don't know what it is. Something is just not urging me to go play. And by the way, I bought the DLC for it. Like,
Yeah.
I bought the season pass like immediately because I fell in love with that game right off Jump Street. It's a good game. I just can't get myself to, and maybe that's just because there's so much stuff that I'm enjoying right now that it's hard to go back to it. But I'm not knocking the game. I think the game's good. It's just I can't get myself to sit down and play it. It's the
It's
problem.
like you with Metopia right now. Love the game. I can't go back to it at this moment right now.
Exactly.
Good. I'm glad someone else feels the same because like everyone's talking about Rabbids and I'm just like, yeah, that's good. I don't know. I can't, but whatever. But in terms of soundtracks, I love music that just adds to the game and just makes you want to play more of the game. And for me, growing up, the Tony Hawk series, I'm a little punk kid. I love those. It just
Goldfinger,
adds, dude.
Primus.
Superman, yes. It just adds to it so much, and like you just want to keep skating around just to hear the music. Tony Hawk, pretty sure every game has a pretty good soundtrack to it.
I
It just
agree.
adds to the whole. I don't know. I love it, but I do love the N64 kind of the dopey ass Banjo Kazooie music. Where it's just, yeah, it's just so like ridiculous, but it does add to the world and stuff like that. The most recent game where I was just really impressed was Breath of the Wild. It had like the subtle piano, and I don't know. I just really thought that added a lot to the game. But yeah, I think all the extreme sports like snowboarding, skateboarding, those are my favorites. Yeah.
So good. So good.
Let me bring it back, people. I apologize for that diatribe of
We're gonna
nonsense.
go 8-bit right here.
No, we're going 8-bit. Well, 16-bit. Final Fantasy 6 or 3.
Oh, you took my.
Yes.
One of the greatest soundtracks of all time. That is number one on the board. Like, that is probably hands down one of the greatest soundtracks ever. Like, it is top to bottom phenomenal. Secret of Mana, pretty damn good. Chrono Trigger, pretty damn good. Breath of the Wild is decent. Like, there's some, like you said, there's some key points that are like, oh, this is kind of cool, you know. Overall, I don't think it really had a true soundtrack, so I can't. It was kind of weird, you know what I mean? But
Soundtrack was the ambiance, man.
yeah, that's what I mean. Ultimately, like it wasn't like a musical soundtrack, like a score and such.
When the Guardian is
That's not a score. That's a scary ass moment right
That
there.
is- yeah.
Especially when you're not powered up yet.
Waiting for you.
Yeah. When you're not powerful and that thing, you start hearing that, I'm like, oh, I'm done. And then that red light hits you in the back of the head. It's like, game over, baby. We're going down. It's done. A lot of the Mario games have been really good. Mario Kart 8 is out of this world, man. That soundtrack is really, really good. I'm not going to lie. But next to Final Fantasy, probably my favorite is Animal Crossing. Just because, dude, that game just, it's weird. It just hits you at the, for those who don't know that never play, like every hour is a different tune. So you play this thing, and it's just like, it just feels, you get that, it's weird. Like, you start
5
to,
a.m.
yeah, dude, I love 5 a.m. I love 9 a.m. I love 7 p.m. Midnight and 1 are just, dude, you play like that early morning, it's just chill. Like, it's dark, you can hear the crickets chirping and stuff as you're running through the town, and you're fishing at late night. Like, I love it, man. That's awesome. Where you at, Joe?
Oh man, so yeah, Final Fantasy VI is my number one. That it's right there with you. Some other ones I gotta say, I will stray away from Nintendo stuff from this one just because I like to play other games as well. But I'll mention just Star Fox 64. Shout out to that.
Hey.
Love all the music in that game, especially the credits. The credits always get me all welled up for some reason. I don't know why. I just get this weird sense of nostalgia whenever I run through that game. Resident Evil 2 and 3. The save room music, I don't know, there's just something very eerie, especially in Nemesis, about the save room. It's like, yes, you're kind of safe, you can save your game, you can change up your inventory, but at any moment you're going back out there and you don't know if Nemesis is coming after you, you know what, or if you're good, or maybe there's some dogs that are gonna just jump out of the fire and bite you, you know. Final Fantasy VIII, that's probably like a personal favorite game of mine. I love the characters in that game, and I know it's not a popular decision, but the soundtrack in the game is great. And if you listen closely, there's one particular melody that changes up every time a different moment happens, and then they actually play the real song for that sort of like the theme across the entire game, all 3-4 discs that game has. And especially when you're fighting Ultimecia, like, or whatever her presence comes out, Liberty Fatali, I think is the name. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so creepy, it's eerie. It's like, you know she's evil, but you don't know how powerful she is. Like, she is, that game. Sorry, I'm getting chills talking about that one. Ozzer Striker, and I'm gonna cheat, Dance Dance Revolution 8th mix, because it has everything from all the other mixes from the Japanese version. I was a big DDR kid in like high school. I competed in competitions. I was at the arcade every day. Shout out to South Beach Arcade.
Bobby was too.
Yeah, right. I was moonwalking like Michael Jackson across the thing.
Dude, oh my gosh, yeah. That you go back and look at the 8th mix soundtrack, and 5 through 8th were like prime. Can't Stop Falling in Love, The Legend of Max. I know someone out there is gonna feel me on this. Someone out there, the one person.
Can we say like Guitar Hero as well?
Guitar Hero.
Like I like Guitar Hero 3, man. I thought that was really like a solid, like Weezer and stuff. Like they had some really good stuff on there, man. I love that soundtrack.
And then you have Skyrim coming out on the Switch. It has that big orchestral. It always adds to the
first
game.
Time, actually.
Yeah, I'm curious. I haven't played that game yet, so
what?
I never played.
Oh my God.
I never played Skyrim.
Guys, is like.
Oh wait! That's a port. Maybe I shouldn't play it.